now start with lesson 8, Le Repas, which means the meals. In this chapter, we will learn a new grammar topic, which is partitive articles. We will learn TIR ending verbs, and we will learn a new irregular verb, which is boire, to drink. We will also learn about the different meals that the French people take. We will first start with the partitive article. Now, partitive articles are generally used with eatables and drinks. They are translated as some in English. So, for example, I say I want to drink some milk. So, that some is your partitive article. The contraction is same as your contracted article, but the meaning is completely different. So, let's take for example, he drinks, il boit some coffee. So, this the plus la will contract to du. So, il boit du café. So, this is your correct sentence formation. So, the contraction is same as your contracted articles, but in that instance the meaning used to be of or from, whereas in this instance the meaning is some. It is generally used with eatables and drinks. Let's take one more example. He eats some meat. So, meat is feminine. So, the la will remain the same just like your contracted articles. So, this is in front of masculine singular nouns. This is in front of feminine singular nouns. He drinks some water. So, this is starting with a vowel. So, this will be del apostrophe. And let's say he wants some chocolates. So, your the and late this contract formation is wrong. It will become des like your contracted articles. So, your sentence would be il veut, he wants some chocolates. This is the correct sentence formation. Il veut des chocolats. Once again, I'll repeat. In front of masculine singular nouns, you will write du. In front of feminine singular nouns, de la. In front of any noun which is starting with a vowel or h is del apostrophe, and any noun which is plural would be des. So, now let's look at some of the examples which have been given in the textbook. The plus la du. Il achète du pain. He buys some bread. The plus la before feminine singular nouns. Il achète de la confiture. He buys some jam. The plus l apostrophe before masculine singular and feminine singular nouns beginning with a vowel or h. Il achète de l'eau. He buys some water. Il achète de l'aubergine. He buys some eggplant. And the plus les will become they before masculine and feminine plural nouns. Il achète des biscuits. He buys some biscuits. Elle achète des robes. She buys some dresses. So, in this case, you are not talking about a quantifiable quantity. So, that's why you can use partitive articles in this instance also. Let us look at the note which has been given at the bottom of the page on page number 92. Although the partitive articles and contracted articles with the have the same spelling and pronunciation, the meanings are totally different. So, il achète du pain. He buys some bread. Il parle du professeur. He is speaking of the professor. Il achète de l'eau. He buys some water. Il parle de l'étudiant. He is speaking of the student. So, like I had mentioned, in case of your contracted articles, these words du, de la, del apostrophe and they means of or from, and in case of partitive articles, it means some. Now, the key to getting these exercises right, whether it is contracted articles or partitive articles, is knowing the gender of the noun which is after the blank. If you goof up on the gender, you will get your answer wrong. So, the main thing is getting your masculine feminine right. If you see a vowel, even if you don't know whether it's masculine or feminine, you know your answer would be del apostrophe. And if you see a plural noun, even if you don't know whether it's masculine or feminine, but as long as it's plural, you know your answer would be des. We will now learn the concept, when do we use definite article and when do we use partitive article. In the textbook, it's written we use the partitive articles only to denote an imprecise quantity, that is some. When we are talking in the general sense or about a precise quantity, we use the definite article. Now there is one small explanation that I would like to give you. Your definite articles are la, la, l apostrophe and le, and your partitive articles are du, dala, del apostrophe and de. There are 4 verbs of preference. If you see these 4 verbs of preference, at that time you will use your definite article and you will not use partitive article. So your 4 verbs of preference are aimer, to like, adorer, to love, detester, to hate, and preferer, to prefer. These are called verbs of preference. If you see these 4 verbs of preference, you will use your definite article and not your partitive article. Let's look at the examples. J'aime le thé et il préfère le café. I like the tea and he prefers the coffee. So see, aimer and préférer, verbs of preference, you will use your definite article. Elle aime le chocolat mais elle déteste les légumes. She likes chocolates but she dislikes vegetables. Again notice aimer and détester, so you will use your definite article. When you are talking about a precise quantity or something as a whole, at that time also you use your definite article. So see, viola de chocolat. Here are some chocolates. J'achète le chocolat noir. Now you are being specific that I buy the black chocolate. So when you are being precise or specific, you will use your definite article. Viola le gâteau d'anniversaire. Voulez-vous du gâteau? Here is the birthday cake. You are talking about the cake as a whole. Do you want some cake? So now you are being imprecise. So remember, whenever you see these 4 verbs of preference, aimer, adorer, détester and préférer, you will use your definite article and not partitive article. And when you are talking about something precise or something specific, again you will use your definite article and not partitive article. Now we will look at the negation with partitive article. In a negative sentence, your partitive articles, which is du, dala, del apostrophe and de, change to de or d apostrophe. So let's look at some examples. Let's say the sentence is, he eats some pizza. Now I want to make this sentence negative. So it will be, il ne mange pas. This dala will become the. Let's take one more example. He drinks some water. Now I have to make this negative. So il ne boit pas. Now since water starts with a vowel, instead of de, it will become d apostrophe. If we take one more example, she wants some eggs. Now she does not want. Elle ne veut pas. Since this starts with a vowel, this will become d apostrophe. And like we had studied earlier when we did the concept of negative sentences, your definite articles remain the same. There is no change. So for example, if it is, he likes the tea, le thé, and I have to make this negative, it will be il n'aime pas le thé. There will not be any change to your definite articles. Like the indefinite articles, a, you and they, the partitive articles also become de or d apostrophe in the negative. Je veux du gâteau. Je ne veux pas de gâteau. So du gâteau has become de gâteau. Elle mange de la viande. Elle ne mange pas de viande. Vous achetez des robes. Vous n'achetez pas de robes. Elle boit de l'eau. Elle ne boit pas d'eau. So this completes our topic of partitive articles. We will now move on to TIR ending verbs. The verb they have conjugated in the textbook is sortir, which means to leave. So your conjugation is je sors, tu sors, il sort, elle sort, nous sortons, vous sortez, il sort, elle sort. Now verbs which are conjugated similar to sortir are partir, sentir and mentir. So what we have to remember is you have to cancel the TIR and add SS, TT, TONS, TEZ, TENT. This would be a simpler way of remembering it. So we will conjugate partir right now. We will write the subject pronouns and we will conjugate it similar to partir. Je pars, tu pars, il part, elle part, nous partons, vous partez, il part and elle part. So remember we cancel the TIR and then we add S, S, T, T, TONS, TEZ, TENT, TENT. This is a simpler way of remembering it. Let's look at one more verb which is mentir, to lie. So the conjugation logic is same as partir and sortir. And similarly you can conjugate sentir, which is to smell or to feel. The next verb that they have given you is boire, to drink. This is a completely irregular verb. It ends with an RE, but it's not an RE ending verb, so you have to memorize the conjugation. The pronunciation is je bois, tu bois, il boit, elle boit, nous buvons, vous buvez, ils boivent, elles boivent. So remember this is completely irregular and you will have to memorize the conjugation. We will now look at the comprehension. Cet après-midi, les amis de Manuel viennent à la maison pour le goûter. Manuel aide sa mère dans la cuisine. This afternoon, the friends of Manuel come to the house for the evening snack. The goûter is the meal that one takes between lunch and dinner around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Manuel helps his mother in the kitchen. Manuel, Mama, est-ce que tu fais un gâteau? Is it that you make a cake? Mrs. Lavigne, oui, je fais un gâteau au chocolat et des crêpes. Yes, I make a chocolate cake and some crepes. Manuel, Anish aime les crêpes. Il mange souvent des crêpes au petit déjeuner. Anish likes the crepes. He often eats some crepes for breakfast. Mrs. Lavigne, qu'est-ce que vous buvez? What is it that you will drink? Manuel, je bois du coca. Anish déteste le coca. Il aime le jus de fruits. Il boit the jus de fruits. I drink some Coca-Cola. Anish hates Coca-Cola. He likes fruit juice. He drinks some fruit juice. Mrs. Lavigne, bon, je mets du jus de fruits dans le frigo. Maintenant, tu mets le couvert. Good, I put the fruit juice in the fridge. Now, you lay the table. The first one is responding to the questions. Qui vient à la maison? Who comes to the house? So, your answer is the friends of Manuel. So, les amis de Manuel viennent à la maison. So, you will form it like this. Les amis de Manuel viennent à la maison. Qu'est-ce que Madame Lavigne prépare? What is that Mrs. Lavigne prepares? So, Madame Lavigne prépare un gâteau au chocolat et des crêpes. Qu'est-ce que les enfants boivent? What is it that the children drink? So, you will answer les enfants boivent le coca et le jus de fruits. The next one is vrai and faux. Manuel fait un gâteau. Manuel does not make a cake, his mother makes. So, your answer is faux. Anish aime les crêpes. It is mentioned there, so it is vrai. Manuel déteste la coca. It is faux because it's written that he drinks some Coca-Cola. Madame Lavigna met du coca dans le frigo. It is faux because she does not put Coca-Cola in the fridge, she puts the fruit juice. Manuel met le couvert. This is vrai because in the end Madame Lavigna says tu met le couvert to Manuel. The next one is we have to complete with a word from the text. Ma mère prend du thé et des biscuits pour le dash. My mother takes some tea and some biscuits for the dash. So either you can write le goûter or you can write le petit déjeuner. Both options are correct. Ils vont dash au marché. They go dash au marché. So you can write they go now to the market or you can write they go this afternoon to the market. Both options are correct. So maintenant also cet après-midi also you can write. Manuel met du coca dans le dash. Manuel puts some Coca-Cola in the dash. So in the fridge, le frigo. Je dash les légumes. Je ne mange pas de légumes. I dash the vegetables. I do not eat the vegetables. So obviously you do not like. So je déteste. Then on page number 91, they have given you the different French meals. This information you have to memorize. What kind of food they eat for every meal. This will be asked in your culture and civilization section. So the first one is le matin, the morning. Le petit déjeuner, the breakfast. Au petit déjeuner, les Français mangent des tartines avec du beurre ou de la confiture. Ils boivent du café. Les jeunes prennent des céréales et des fruits. Ils boivent du lait ou du jus de fruits. Le week-end, ils mangent des croissants. For breakfast, the French eat some toast with some butter or some jam. They drink some coffee. The young ones take some cereals and some fruits. They drink some milk or some fruit juice. On the weekend, they eat some croissants. L'après-midi, which is the afternoon. Le déjeuner, the lunch. Au déjeuner, beaucoup de Français sont au bureau. Ils déjeunent au bureau, à la cantine ou au restaurant. Ils mangent des sandwichs, des grillades ou des salades. Les jeunes mangent à la maison ou à la cafétéria de l'école. Ils mangent un repas complet. Ils prennent souvent un dessert. For lunch, a lot of French are at the office. They eat at the office, in the canteen or at the restaurant. They eat some sandwiches, some grilled dishes or some salads. The young ones eat at the house or at the cafeteria of the school. They eat a complete meal. They take often a dessert. Le soir, le goûter. The evening snack or the high tea. Les adultes boivent du café ou du thé. Les jeunes prennent du pain ou chocolat, des biscuits, du lait, des barres de chocolat ou des fruits. The adults drink some coffee or some tea. The young ones take some chocolate bread, some biscuits, some milk, some bars of chocolate or some fruits. La nuit, the night. Le dîner, the dinner. It should not be la nuit, it should be la nuit. Night is feminine. Au dîner, toute la famille est à la maison. Ils prennent de la soupe, de la viande, des légumes, du poisson, du pain, des baguettes, du fromage et souvent du dessert. Les adultes boivent souvent du vin au repas. For dinner, the whole family is at the house. They take some soup, some meat, some vegetables, some fish, some bread, some French bread, some cheese and often some dessert. The adults often drink some wine at the meal. We will now look at some exercises which are there. So on page 96, the third exercise you have to complete with the partitive article. Anish mange dash poisson. So poisson is masculine singular. So he eats some fish. So your answer would be du. Dash legume. Now legume here is with an S. So it's a plural noun. So they, D-E-S. Avec du riz. So rice is masculine plural. Your answer would be du. Il ne mange pas dash poulet. He does not eat some chicken. Now since this is a negative sentence, chicken, even though it is masculine singular, you will not write du, you will write de, because in a negative sentence your partitive articles change to de or d apostrophe. Il prend souvent dash mouton. He often takes some mutton. So this is again masculine singular, so your answer would be du. He eats some bread. Bread is masculine singular, so du. Avec some jam. Confiture is feminine singular, so dala. Or some butter. Butter is masculine singular, so your answer would be du. He drinks some milk. Milk is masculine again, so your answer would be du. And some fruit juice. So again this is masculine singular, so du. He does not drink. Il ne boit pas dash café. So since this is a negative sentence, even though cafe is masculine singular, you will not write du, you will write de. The next exercise is writing with the definite article. Il aime le fromage. Fromage is masculine. Mais il déteste la viande. Viande is feminine, so la. Il préfère le café, le, pas le thé, so not tea. So even though the second part of the sentence is negative, there is no change in your definite article. So both the blanks are le and le. J'aime les fruits. This is plural, so your answer is les. Je déteste les légumes. Again, légume is with an s, so your answer is les. Elle adore le dessert français. Mais elle déteste les escargots. So as escargot is with an s, so your answer is les, and dessert is le. Even if you had not known the gender of dessert, if you look at the word after that, français, French dessert. Now français here is a masculine adjective, so that means your dessert is also masculine. Les Français aiment les escargots et le fromage. So your first blank is les because it's a plural noun, and the next one is le fromage, le. The next exercise is you have to choose between partitive articles and definite articles. The first one, le matin je bois, I drink some coffee. So your first answer is du, parce que je déteste le thé, because déteste is there, it's a verb of preference, so we will write le. Next one is je ne mange pas dash légumes. Now this is a negative sentence, so your answer would be de. Mais je mange de la viande, dela. He wants some fruit juice, so your answer is du. Mais he does not want water. Now this is a negative sentence, and since water starts with a vowel eau, so your answer is d apostrophe. Vous n'aimez pas dash viande. So this is a negative sentence, but it is with the verb of preference aimer, so we will use the definite article. So your answer is la. No, je préfère le poulet. Again verb of preference, so we will use the definite article. Elle prépare de la salade et des pommes de terre pour le dîner. So first one is de la and the next one is a plural noun, so des. Pauline ne boit pas dash thé. Now this is a negative sentence, so I will write de. Elle n'aime pas dash thé. Now again verb of preference aimer is there, so I will use the definite article which is le. Il y a des œufs. There are some eggs. So your first blank is des. No, il n'y a pas d'œufs. So d apostrophe, because it's a negative sentence and it starts with a vowel. The next one is Anish aime. So again verb of preference, so we will use definite article le. Il prend some rice, so du. Monique aime dash croissant. So again verb of preference and it's a plural noun, so your answer is les. And elle veut dash croissant. So she wants some. Again it's a plural noun, so des. Dash baguette est dorée. So the bread is golden. So generally we don't say some bread is golden and some is not. And it's the beginning of the sentence, so we will generally use the definite article. So your first blank is la. I eat, je mange some baguette for dinner. So your next blank is de la, dela. The next exercise is just conjugation. Sortir, partir, mentir and boire. So we've done all this conjugation previously and it's anyways given in the textbook. The next exercise is we have to just reformulate the phrases according to the example which is given. So the example is Elle adore le fromage, she loves cheese, she wants some cheese. So let's look at the first sentence. Il aime la bière, he likes the beer, so he wants some. So we will conjugate it like this. Il veut de la bière. The next one is Elle adore le pain. She loves the bread. So you will write she wants some bread. So Elle veut du pain. Next one is Il aime le poulet. He likes the chicken. So he wants some chicken. Next one is Il aime assez la glace. He likes enough of ice cream. So he wants some ice cream. And we will look at one more. Il aime bien les bonbons. He really likes the candies. So he wants some candies. So this is how you will do the rest of the exercise. The next one is you have to complete the paragraph with the words which have been given. So the first word is étranger, which means foreign. Français is your language, French. Habite is the conjugation of the verb habiter, to live. Copain is a friend and dans is a preposition meaning in or inside. So let us look at the paragraph. Bonjour, je m'appelle Akash. Hello, my name is Akash. Je dash. So j'habite avec un copain français. I live with a French friend. So first blank is habite and the second blank is copain. Je suis un étudiant dash. So I am a foreign student. So je suis un étudiant étranger. J'étudie le français. I study the French dans une école de langue étrangère. I study the French language in a school of foreign languages. So your third blank is étranger and your fourth blank is dans. J'aime le français. I like French. So your last blank is français. So this completes our lesson number 8. Thank you.